On this episode of Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are diving into the collaboration between Hop Butcher and Revolution with Maintains and Shapes, Base, and Superstructure. All that and more on this week's episode. Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milkshake wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. Every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
Should have never been a fad. The Black IPA is delicious.
Hey, welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
I'm ready to drink, man. We've been
Surprise,
slacking.
surprise.
The episodes have been slow to go up. That's on me.
You're a busy guy, man.
It's tough.
It's better than not being busy.
I guess,
That's
yeah.
for sure.
No.
There's a lot of folks not busy, man.
I know. I'm
so.
busy and I can't drink.
I don't know, man, but no matter what's going on, 4 o'clock hits, and I don't care what's scheduled. I'm gonna crack something. I'll go insane.
I might have a beer, but we're going till 2 a.m. every night, getting up at 6. So you can't have too many because that slows you down.
Yeah. So if 4 to 6 rolls around and you bust out a margarita,
there you go.
then you're fucked because you got to go till 2.
Yeah.
See.
Otherwise, you're like, oh, another beer. One more. But today we got 3 beers to try. I've only had one of them. I've had the base, but there's Superstructure, and then the new one this year is Maintains and Shapes.
Yeah, recreational lager is how they described it on the. I think they had a Zoom call where they announced it.
Okay.
And the Zoom call was during the summer Deep Woods releases. So what was that? Mixed Berry and Cafe Deeth, I believe.
Okay.
That's when they announced this.
So what do we got? The Superstructure is an Imperial Hazy, 9%.
Yeah.
Base is a West Coast Pale Ale, and then recreational lager. So we should probably go lager, haze, Imperial Haze, work our way up. Is that what we're gonna do here?
That works for me.
All right.
Yeah. These are all collaborations with Hop Butcher. So Hop Butcher art, and then
Rev brewed and packaged it, right?
yeah, I think these were all brewed at Rev. So.
Ooh, that smells like classic hoppy dank.
5.5% on the lager. So it's an India. I mean, it's a dry hop lager, right?
Yeah.
India Pale Lager, or whatever you want to call it. So.
This is like a beer smell I haven't smelled in a while. Oh my gosh. It just smells grassy and I don't know, floral. I don't know. It smells great.
It's a lot less of the fruity hops. Yeah, it definitely leans towards those traditional hops.
Yeah,
that you would find in a lager.
Right, and it's like a little more aggressive palate than we've been getting from these hazy things, which I've been after lately. Especially, it's getting cold, so it's shifting a little bit. But anything some of the lagers Half Acre's doing, Crispy Boy, just things like that I've wanted that over a lot of hazy stuff lately.
Yeah, and this is nice too because it's not the caramelness isn't there in the way that the Oktoberfest season, right?
Right.
All those are lagers. It's not heavy in that direction with the sweetness or with the mouthfeel. This is pretty fun.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of IPLs that often, so.
No, I think you Beta Brown might have gave you one back when they were alive.
Who?
The only brewery to die twice in Chicago. Chicagoland. Because I think the first time they died was in West Burbs.
Okay.
Elmhurst, I want to say. Yeah. Then the second time was right there where Moody Tongue is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know where I took a dark turn.
I know.
But this is fun. But the idea of, you know who has one? Tiny Bomb from fucking Memphis.
Wiseacre?
Yeah, Wiseacre's got
yeah,
it.
that's good.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's like a modern, like dry hopped Pilsner, right? Where it's just kind of got all the fun, kind of dry hopped, the way an IPA is traditional American IPA is dry hopped.
Yeah, that's a good beer.
I like it a lot. So. Yeah, so maybe since then, it's probably the last time I had one of these.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I wish we had more of that, but we'll get into the hazy ones here soon. But you were on the Zoom call when they talked about these, right?
Yeah, I think the Base and Superstructure came out last year, so this is a second run for them. And then they were talked about how excited they were to work with the Hop Butcher guys, just because Rev's catalog is pretty extended with the Hero series and a different type of hop varietals they use, and Hop Butcher's all about. It's all in the name, right? As the name suggests, right?
Yeah.
It's every single week. Every single week, a new little hop combo for your head top.
Okay.
Yeah.
And our buddy Chris Jacobson gets them all, every single one.
Yeah, I think he was like, dude, I think he brought them all.
He brought a lot of them.
for Beer After Dark, yeah. He's doing a show now. Well, they get together every Monday anyway.
Yeah.
For like this crazy bottle share, but he broadcasted now.
Oh, he does. Cool.
Yeah, and I think he was. I saw his post that he had the Dovetail crew, so I guess he had a bunch of Dovetail beers and he was doing Dovetail, which doesn't seem to fit the hardcore.
Yeah, that's not hardcore.
Motif.
Yeah.
I
guess if you have enough of them, that's hardcore. Like, oh.
But he seemed to just be genuinely excited to like drink a bunch of classic
Lagers.
stuff. Right.
Oh, all right, that's good.
We got the Bach, we got the Doppelbock, we got the Munich Lager, we got the Hells, we got the all the lagers. Oh, and the Creek.
Yeah. Okay.
Creek's probably the most. It's the most interesting one. It's the Creek, but Dovetail, they do all the. They run everything through their cool ship, which I didn't know. I always associate cool ships with spontaneous fermented
Right. You
ales.
wouldn't think of them as lagers.
They were like, no, we run everything through the cool ship, which
That's cool.
I didn't know that.
Oh man, yeah. So the Hop Butcher, I don't pick up a lot of their stuff. And Rev always trying to get their stuff. We always dive into those Deepwood series. One of them got packaged today.
Thundertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's on
us.
pre-sale next week,
Oh,
right?
man. That's not the honey, is that the honey one?
No, this is the Benny's one, where they got the barrels from Benny's. So it's a rye stout aged in Blanton's barrels.
Okay.
Buffalo Trace product. Pre-sale for that is next Friday, bud.
Next Friday.
It's Deepwood season already? God damn.
Yikes. Well, it's September 9th, so September 11th tomorrow.
Yeah. Friendly reminder.
10th sometime.
Yeah, friendly reminder that gasoline fuel does not burn hot enough to melt fucking beams on buildings. So the fact that these buildings melted from gasoline from fossil fuel is bullshit.
There was no planes, man. It was all virtual.
Dude, and if we're going further, the planes didn't even. The planes were virtual. There's only one angle of these fucking planes. The planes were virtual.
Oh man,
But-
we're only like half of a lager in, and
Dude, it's 2,700 degrees to melt these fucking beams. Gasoline burns at like 1,700. Okay, so it's not the same. Okay, all right. Friendly annual reminder. All right.
so yeah. But Deepwood series pre-orders going on. I'm sure they're going to do probably the drive-by pickup again.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to have a big party. It wouldn't be smart. The tap room is now open, but I
Yeah.
don't think they're going to like have an event for it.
No, I'm gonna miss the variants because it's like a test. It's like a test group. Like whoever's in attendance.
Yeah.
Is just kind of chiming in on what they like, and then I think they kind of use that. Right, because Maple, like we said last week, Maple Deep was on draft last year.
Right, and Supermassive.
And Supermassive was a draft. So, yeah. We're going to miss that part.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll probably still tap those at the tap room, but just not as,
Yeah.
not as vocal about it. It might just be like, it's on.
It's on, yeah. And then the Sanctuary, they call it, where they take these barrels that are clearly special barrels and put them in a certain section of the warehouse. Mm-hmm. I mean, that still exists. They didn't stop doing that just because of the pandemic.
Right.
So those types of things are there. So bring it on, man. I'm ready for them to say, yeah, here's this wacky variant. It's in a crowler and it's on now. Go get it.
Right. Cool. But yeah, get on that pre-order thing. It's super easy to roll up and just grab your whatever beers and drive away. So it's kind of nice. So that's cool. Yeah. All right, so we got to open the space.
Yeah. While you're opening that, man, the Illinois Craft Brewers Guild, man, we know them to just throw the most legit parties.
Fobab.
Just to name a few. But they sent out an email this week about an initiative that affects all breweries, right? It's like this tax. Let me pull it up so I get it right.
All Illinois breweries or all?
No, all breweries in the country.
Okay.
So they're urging everyone in the beverage alcohol sector to support what they're calling a National Day of Action. So there's they want an extension on this bill called the Craft Beverage Modernization and Tax Reform Act. So apparently this excise tax, which affects 284 breweries in Illinois, but it affects 8,300 breweries in the country.
Okay.
Goddamn, 8,300 breweries. But apparently this tax break is going to expire.
Okay.
Right?
At the end of the year, right?
Right. So if it doesn't become a permanent rate, then breweries across the country and beer importers are going to face near $154 million in tax increase.
What's the bill? What's it on?
It sounds like it's a recalibrated federal excise tax, right? So I guess since they made it a point to recognize like small businesses were making X amount of dollars for local economies and hiring and employing all these people, right? And if they had to cut taxes, they could invest in their business and grow their businesses.
Okay.
That they deserved a tax break. That's what it sounds like. So the government said, all right, cool. Here's your tax break.
I feel like this gets extended, especially with COVID. There's zero chance they're going to make it harder for any of these businesses to function. If there was no COVID, it might be a different fight. But everything about this says, hey, we don't want to cause any issues here.
Yeah. It seems like a no-brainer for all the reasons you just named. So it sounds like it's got a lot of leverage. Like the bill currently has 346 co-sponsors in the House, and then 74 in the state. So it's a temporary tax break that they want to make permanent.
Okay.
A tax act that they want to make permanent. Yeah.
But they could just extend it for non-permanent purposes too.
Yeah,
right?
for another couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah. So it affects.
Tends to be what they do. They just everyone kicks the can down.
So they want fair and equitable tax structure for brewers, winemakers, distillers, cider makers, and importers of beverage alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of lose sight that this is part of what the guild works on all year. Right?
Yeah, the guild is lobbying for interests of breweries, brewers, bars, distilleries, distributors too in their state. Like every state has its own guild, and they help do that. They do events, but they also do this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Apparently, it's going to be a huge burden because more than 2,000 new brewers who came on the scene since January 2018 have never paid this tax. So they're going to see a 100% increase in taxes, those 2,000 breweries.
Yeah, see, no one wants to see these breweries or places shut down. So this gets extended or made permanent. I bet it just gets extended. But
yeah.
So they're asking people to write in or call local representatives, senators, to just be like, hey, make sure you don't let this expire, or like vote for this to be permanent.
Exactly. And if you're someone like me, the uninitiated, and you don't really engage, your local governments in this way, like how would you do it? How do you contact your reps? And they got a nifty little form that they urge Congress to pass this act ASAP. And then you can send an email with one click.
Okay.
We should probably fire this off. And then there's like, you fill out your information there and send an email, and then boom, it sends it, and it shares that you sent it.
Yeah, because most of these, they just want to know your name and state, basically, like you're a real person, and you're basically a voter kind of thing. So we want to make you happy.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Helping out brewers, man.
Yeah, that would kind of suck. That would I feel like just add to the burden that a lot of these breweries are facing right now.
I mean, because shit, I don't know. Well, even where we are, where the studio is, man, all these places, it rains and places are empty. This cold weather rolls around, places are gonna be empty. Mm-hmm. These breweries, for whatever reason, can't even fucking serve unless they sell food. So if you're just a tap room, you can't even serve inside. It's rough, and it's only winter is coming. So
yeah, I was listening to someone talk about New York. I think they can finally have indoor dining. They haven't even been able to have indoor dining.
Oh wow.
But I think it's only at 40. No, it's at 25% or something. Yeah. And people are basically like, you cannot survive without at least 60%. Like there's just no possible way for these restaurants. But I'm sure it's a little different in Chicago because rent prices. But still, as the cold weather rolls around, I don't know who's gonna make it. I don't know, and why. And then why would you go to these restaurants to risk it?
It's hairy. It's a hairy situation. Yeah, I don't know, man. No better time to be in the burbs, oddly enough. I mean, because
why?
You can, they don't have those kind of restrictions. You don't have to have sell food to have a brewery in the burbs and have indoor service.
That's true. Yeah. Their cases.
The lots for your homes are bigger.
Yeah, their lots are bigger. They do have more of the virus, though. So.
Yeah, every time, like as bad as I feel for these bars that can't open, every week you hear about some wedding where 50 fucking people got Rona.
Yeah.
Every week you hear about some gathering where it was spreading. For everybody that argues, like up in Wisconsin, they're like, well, Pritzker's killing Illinois because he's not opening in Wisconsin. We haven't had a lot of people. For every story you hear like that, there's like 10 stories about,
this event
surprise birthday party and everybody got fucking Rona. So it's like, I tell you, you open these fucking bars and people are going. And fuck a mask and it is game on because people drink. This is a drinking town.
I'd rather have, spread 50 cases of Rona than, gender reveal party and start an entire state on fire. So... yeah. First off, you shouldn't have been having that party because of Rona.
Is that a thing?
That was in California.
And something caught fire?
Yeah, that's like most of the state is on fire, or that one caused a crazy amount of fire because they had an explosive that showed the color of the gender, and the state's on, yeah.
As much as I talk shit about Lori Lightfoot and the police state, the more you think about it, if you lead people to their own devices,
they fuck shit up.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. I mean, so yeah, man. It is what it is, man.
Even with rules or restrictions, people are like, "Well, what if I do this? Oh, how about this?" It's like, come on. And there's none of those. I don't know.
I don't know if we were talking about this. The Cubs played the Sox at Wrigley, and they got the rooftops across the street.
Yeah.
And they pan over to these fucking White Sox fans, and I tell you, on the rooftop across the street, it had to be like 40 fucking people, and there are no masks, and everyone's high-fiving and fucking partying.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that 40 people right there that are supposed to be 6 feet apart, yeah, multiply that times 100.
Yeah, but you see that, and you're like, That's awesome. I missed that.
I was jealous.
But then you're also like, those idiots are ruining it and stopping us from getting there.
I'm like, for sure they don't all know each other.
They'll know each other in the hospital soon.
Oh, God. Man. I have nothing.
I don't know how we got there.
Maintains and shapes. No, we open maintains and shapes, and then
Base, not Kasi.
Yeah, the block lettering is it kind of looks like Kasi.
They got kind of upset when I asked for Kasi.
They were like, "What?" We were at Oak Park Microbrew review. He's like, "Yeah, let me get that Kasi." I'm like, "Brad, what the fuck, man?" Base is a West Coast pale ale. No, West Coast. Yeah, West Coast style pale ale.
But hazy West Coast, right? Oh, no, it just said West Coast. I thought it said hazy West Coast, but it's nice. Yeah.
Big, bitter hops and bone dry. I think those are West Coast characteristics right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not crazy heavy on the I hate the word mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. Okay. But not crazy heavy on the palate.
It reminds me of drinking, like, Bear Republic stuff. Mm-hmm. Lagunitas, like before they were here.
Green Flash.
Yeah, Green Flash. Oh man.
Yeah, that is fun.
And then so the superstructure is Imperial.
Yeah, we're back in not too long ago. Well, yeah, maybe like 2010s, right? The West Coast IPAs they were all about IBUs. They didn't care about balance. They just wanted to be big and bitter and violently bitter and the salt on your tongue.
Well, every beer nerd was chasing IBUs too.
It's a very strange thing, right? Like IBUs, it's like when you get a hot sauce, you don't look to see what is it, Scoville units?
Some people do.
I mean, maybe. So, yeah, but the measure of like IBUs was for sure on every can and bottle. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then, everyone's like, well, after 100, you can't really taste it. Like, well, 120, 100. I guess, I don't know. It's bitter.
Yeah. So now we're moving on to Superstructure,
which is a Imperial Hazy.
9%.
But it has like this, that Cappy hop a little bit.
Cat piss in a glass, so that's your like big Citra, right? Big Mosaic. Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's tropical.
But it's like tropical
candy.
Piss.
Yeah. Like it's tropical candy, but it's also cat piss.
Yeah.
Which hop does that? That's notorious.
I always think it's Centennial off the top of my head, but I feel like it's I forgot.
One of the C's.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it Citra or Centennial? It's one of those. Two. Or is it Cascade? See, look at me.
It's one of them. It's one of the C's.
When there was only like 10 hops, everything is.
Yeah,
I knew.
It reminds me of the first time I had Dreadnought from Floyd's, which is like kind of orange marmalade, but really kind of not briny, but really like herbal in a way that is reminiscent of if you have a cat.
Yeah, but it's not as aggressive. Like it's that hazy softness in the mouthfeel and even in the aroma.
But then your nose, that was cat piss was the first sip. The first sniff.
Yeah, now I'm gonna.
You sniff it again, and then I don't get the cat piss anymore. Now I just get the candy goodness.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna double check this cat piss hop because I always forget. What do you? Citra. Yeah. I always think it's Centennial.
That makes sense.
Citra.
This is kind of sugary.
Yeah, it's right? It is 9%. I'm gonna Maintains in Shape is my favorite.
That's really good.
Like 3 release from them this year.
Yeah. I gotta quit spilling it.
You're shaking it up and spilling it. All right.
But yeah, I think out of 3, I might have to agree with you. I'm a big fan of that base, though. I like the base.
Oh. Well, if anyone's chasing more hazy stuff, either this or we talked about Noon Whistle on this recall last week. Yeah. They're opening their Naperville location next week.
They're rolling.
Was it 9/18, 9/19? It's ready to go.
So they're currently in Lombard?
Yeah, but they have a second spot, which Lombard and Naperville, they're not that far.
Mm-hmm.
They're far enough that.
True.
So this will be, some competition for our buddies at Salamoth.
Salamoth out there. Is Dos Bros out there? Dos Bros is Aurora. That's not Naperville.
No. Warrenville, Aurora. They have that one downtown spot.
Right. It's the tri-level, tri-concept thing.
That closed and then reopened.
Yeah. I forget the name of that place. The Statesman, maybe?
The
Craftsman?
Craftsman?
That sounds right.
It's like downtown.
Yeah.
I've gone there once. It lacks any personality, but I feel like that's Two Brothers spaces in general.
They're like the lord of the dad beers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're a bar. It's like, okay, why am I here? I don't know, we're a bar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think that's where at one of those parties, maybe for the Craftsman, one of the brothers was there.
Okay.
The two brothers, Jim Abel probably. And he's like, he's opening up some really cool, like, spontaneous ale. And he's talking about how, they're the only crew in the state that have, there's a SKU for sales at grocery stores. And they're the only crew in the state that's got 6 entries in the top.
Oh, okay.
Like 10 for local sales. Yeah. The only craft crew.
That's good. That was Two Brothers was the last place I went to before COVID really got
Yeah.
a thing. I was out there doing taxes, and then I always go to Two Brothers for lunch because my tax lady's right out there.
Yeah.
And then when we were there, I was like, I don't really like being here. Like, I knew it was a thing. Stuff was happening, but that was our last place we went into to eat at.
Man, I was looking at my last Uber ride, and my last Uber ride was March 13th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking most of the year.
So you're saving like $100 a
Oh,
week.
dude, it's great. Because you know how it is, man. You hop in a cab quick. What am I gonna do? Wait on this brown line? Nah. Let me pay this double Uber fee and get out of here.
But Naperville, yeah, Noon Whistle opened up there. Congratulations to them. I think they just opened their kitchen too in Lombard. I feel like I saw Chet Brett out there. He gets around still.
All 6'10",
Yeah.
drinking Lord knows what out of that 64-ounce styrofoam cup you got from some gas station. Yeah. Man, shout out to Hubbard's Cave, man. I had a Hubbard's Cave single hop mosaic IPA on the way in today.
Mosaic. Okay.
And I was a big fan.
Nice.
Yeah. Where it's just this layered goodness. Some of that herbal stuff that we had in this superstructure.
Okay.
But then like super fresh fruitiness too. It's nice.
That's probably a spot that I am looking forward to checking out here in the future because they just had opened up their like new location with the barbecue and everything as we kind of shut down. So I feel like that's on my like top 10 of like places I need to check out. Like,
Yeah, they moved closer to the city because they're still in Niles, but they're a lot further east in Niles. The other location in Niles was just like it's kind of hard to get to.
and they're out of that spot now.
Yeah,
Right? The
yeah.
weird Korean strip mall or
Yeah,
right? I think it's Korean.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was rolling through Niles and you see all these strip malls and you're like, I don't know I've ever seen a collection of strip malls this big, like super sized strip malls.
Yeah.
The whole town is made of strip malls.
I don't really make it to Niles that often.
It's far as hell, man. And it's a huge space because Niles borders the city to the northwest, but it's so big.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, their spot. I just need to check out or Unani as they're more probably better known for. You think Hubbard's Cave or Ubanese?
well, Unani's got the program right where you can buy a whole year's worth of beer up front for $300-400 of those sours. The Hubbard's Cave stuff, I always like the IPAs. But they're always like the 4-pack is always $20, which I don't. But some 4-packs are $10. Like I think if you went to like, who's at Tinley Park, Hailstorm's
Only 10?
It's 10. It's like a $9.99 play.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I think some guys in Evanston at like this Evanston bottle shop were trying to explain that because I always like the Hover Caves IPAs. The stouts are like sometimes can be too fucking sweet for me, and I'm like I'm out.
The very pastry stout.
Yeah, like way too heavy. Like I don't understand why anything would be this sweet. Like you put bourbon in it, that don't work. You got to put bourbon and coffee in it, and you're like, all right, well, fuck, it's okay now, but.
Okay.
Oh, but anyway, the IPAs, they were saying that, they kind of pass the cost. You see these crews that have like $20, $22 4-packs, they pass the cost of the ingredient stuff to you. You got these raw materials that you're paying. It's expensive raw material, and you're adding a lot of it. Right. But then also, you got to get all that stuff, the maintenance of pulling it out of your tanks when you're done using it, shoveling out all these hops.
Okay.
They're kind of passing that cost off to you when you see a price point like $20 compared to, because that was the scenario. It was Prairie Madness for $10 for a 4-pack from Hailstorm, or it was this Hubbard's Cave thing.
For 20.
Yeah. And I really liked the Hubbard's Cave stuff, and I was like, why? And that was the talk I was given at the store.
Interesting. Okay.
But, so I haven't had it in a while, but it's $20, but I mean, shit. It's a legit $20 play. Yeah.
Okay. But that's probably a better. I feel like $20 4-pack. I would be willing to spend 4 different. I would be down for 4 different Hubbard Cave, or even 2 different ones.
Yeah.
Like I don't want 4. What super structures?
Yeah.
I want the 4-pack, or I want the mix. So, I feel like that could be really good for a lot of these breweries, especially now that everyone's drinking at home and drinking less at home. Although we're drinking more at home, people are drinking less stuff. I think I saw friends, and they're like, "This is my first third beer I've had in like 3 months."
Yeah.
Because you're like, as we talked earlier, like you're working or you're at home, you're like 2 beers or 2 beers and a whiskey, or a beer and a whiskey. You're like, 3 beers is like, shit.
I'm with you, man. And people want variety for sure.
Yeah, especially at home.
Yeah, I think because I saw something that said like, packaged spirits are up 32% since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Or there's a crew. I went to a bottle shop called Off Premise. It's on Armitage. I rode over there. So like Armitage, right where Armitage ends, like near Goose Clybourne.
Okay.
But this guy, he started a bottle shop, but he's a part owner over at the Delta on, I want to say that's North Ave in Wicker Park.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, shit's really slow over there, but over here I'm 400% over what I thought I would be.
Oh shit.
Because people haven't stopped drinking, but they shifted to go to bottles and cans.
Mm-hmm. I know you brought up Big Star before, and like their to-go margaritas.
Yeah.
It was over the weekend. I think it might have been last Friday. I went and picked up one of their margaritas to go. It comes in a little.
You went there?
I went to the takeout.
Okay.
I only ordered a margarita, which is this. So it comes. They say 2 servings, $20. This is the most ridiculous price point ever, and it comes in. If you were to get one of those like individual like naked juice things, or Ottawa, whatever.
Yeah.
It's that size.
You get 2 of those.
No, you get one of those. They say 2 servings.
Oh.
So it's for 2 people. So you get one of those for like $20-something because you're like, I guess I got a tip because I feel bad at the Corona thing. So you're like $25 in for like a half of a margarita.
That's stiff.
It was good.
Yeah.
But we like got that and then sat in the park. We like brought to-go cups and then poured them in our cups and sat in the park and drink it.
So you're paying. Well, you're paying at the bar prices
for like a to-go container.
Yeah.
That I didn't really want the container. I just.
And then how you gonna get your salt around your rim and the whole?
Yeah, there's no salt around the rim. I'm not down for salt around the rim.
That's not your jam.
Nah.
If we're sitting down, I'll salt around the rim.
Okay.
But they do. And who is it? Lost Lake is the same way. To go window you can get.
Yeah.
And it's not the same experience for sure.
It was good. Was it $25?
That's the problem, right?
Or like if you were individual, like $15 good margarita? Absolutely not. So, but I'm not gonna make a margarita at home. Like, just be like, oh, what are all the ingredients? I don't have everything.
Yeah.
So I could see to-go cocktails, packaged spirits being way up.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I want something else besides a wine, a beer,
I want to go.
White Claw.
I like to go as high as I can get. You know, give me that.
The price point, like $50 cocktail to go.
No, get me the margarita out the gate, and then I'll come back down with, the 5% lagers.
Okay.
I just want to get there.
Yeah, we only did this because we needed to do something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we're like do something different, and in hindsight, it's like that was nice, but was not worth it.
Yeah. They're doing. I didn't know they were doing those. They have packets. They have 4-packs too.
Oh,
at Benny's of the Margies.
Of like cans.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the plastic thing.
Yeah. So there's a 4-pack. The 4-pack Margies is like triple sec liqueur and whatever the margarita mix is.
That's probably a better deal than this little naked juice drink.
Yeah. I think those things are fun. I was gonna say that's probably one of the funnest things of the summer. It was like it's this year's Bodum for me. Like Bodum, I couldn't drink enough Bodum last summer.
Yeah.
But then this summer, these little fucking canned Margies, I'm like, I don't need a cup, and just give it to me out the can. And it's like 12%, and you're like, it's.
All right, I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Those are fun.
It was a good margarita, so I was like, I missed something. There's something missing with just drinking at home. When you just drink beer or sometimes wine or seltzers, it's like I kind of want a cocktail, but I don't want to make it because I am not good at making cocktails.
And then like you said, you're not gonna have all the things.
Yeah.
Something's gonna be missing.
Yeah, I have whiskey, I have vodka, I have the alcohol, but I don't have the things to make it better.
Yeah, so now you gotta go buy it.
Yeah.
You gotta pay.
I don't want to have that stuff.
You gotta pay bar prices without the bar experience.
For like the one time I want it.
Yeah.
So prepackaged cocktail, I totally could see that. It's just killing it this year.
Yeah, I know there's a spot called Slightly Toasted downtown. They do the prepackaged cocktail thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lost Lake has cocktails to
Lost
go?
Lake doesn't. They have the little window. You roll right up. You can,
Okay.
you pre-order. You roll right up. Now they try to give you like a little umbrella, and you can buy.
Can you get the dolphin banana thing?
No, you can't get that. It's got the little cherry in it, and it's shaped like. Oh, you kidding me? But they do. It's the same thing. It's kind of like it's a stiff price for what they're giving you.
Yeah, it's probably like a $30 cocktail.
And if you want to buy the, the big ass banana leaf.
The cup?
The big ass stir. It's a stir that's shaped like a really long leaf.
Okay.
And it says Lost Lake on it. If you can buy that for another $2, and they might get you the fancy straw and the little umbrella.
I know Ken Honeymeter is good at making these drinks.
We should just see what's up with Honeymeter.
I just gotta go to his house and get these.
He's making some fancy fucking drinks.
Yeah, he's got smoked whatever. I don't know. Custom. He's got own ice that he's making. Yeah. Just go there. Forget this. I'll just go hang out at Ken's house.
There's something to be said about a delicious cocktail, man. You know.
I think that's what I'm missing. I'm missing that.
Yeah. The presentation, the flavors, the big. This cocktail is going to be like 12-15%. You know?
Right.
Big profile. You're making me want a cocktail.
I know, yeah. But these Rev beers, or Rev/Hot Pusher beers, are great. I don't think you can really get them now. They sold out probably pretty quick, right?
Maybe. I feel like base and superstructure might be in the stores. Maybe.
Okay.
I feel like that's a big
So
one.
yeah, if you see Maintains and Shapes, get that one for sure.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. The West Coast style IPA is my second favorite. Mm-hmm. And then superstructure.
Cool. All right, we should get out of here. We got nothing to say, really. We're just rambling on. We're talking about.
We talked about cocktails for like 20 fucking minutes.
Cocktails. Nick talks about it every week on the Neat Pour too.
Yeah, we skipped a couple weeks.
Okay.
We're not,
It's tough, man. Podcast is tough.
The ups and the downs, you know.
That's the alcohol weighs. It goes up, and then you go down.
You know, the plan was to do it every week, but then, you know.
So check out that if you want to see more cocktail talk, because we do not have any cocktails here. Other than that, Nick, where can people find you? Get in touch.
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAT, Chicago Beer Pass, Instagram, Facebook, website, chicagobeerpass.com. And yeah, hopefully work slows down. I can keep these episodes coming out. And we'll be back next week with another one. Take care.
Cheers.